What a fantastic! Do you want to get minus 50% discounts from restaurants in Finland? Or maybe you want to find an additional channel to help you land a job here in Finland. Because today I'm going to introduce you 10 pretty kick-ass mobile apps that will make your life here in Finland easier. Let's go check them out. And make sure to subscribe to get more Finland related content in the future. Do that, because it will be worth it. Let's start with the first app, and that is the 112 app. So 112, or 112 how we say in Finnish, is the equivalent of 911 in the States. So it's the emergency number. So if you would be in a trouble, you actually have to call the police or whatever, you would call 112 here in Finland. But the case might be that you're just new in Finland, you are not really aware of the location where you are, and you always have to tell where you are to the emergency person. So that can be a real bit trouble. But because they launched this 112 app, you can make the call through the app, and it will also send your location to the emergency people with the mobile app, so they can easily tell where you are and send the help there. And in addition, you can find pretty interesting information here, for example, official announcements in your area if there's some big accidents or crashes or so on. And also important information like the poison centers, contact info, the police departments, customer service, and lots of other stuff. So all this kind of important emergency related stuff can be found in this app. And obviously, we hope that you and I don't have to actually use the app that often, but in case something bad might happen, we can use the 112 app to make the emergency call, and we can get easily help. So make sure to download it just in case. But this next one is actually one of my personal favorites, and that is ResQ Club. And this ResQ Club, I believe it's actually a Finnish business, and the idea is that this ResQ is basically a platform for restaurants. Any restaurant can join there, and they can sell their leftover food to people like you and me. And because it's leftover food, the price is considerably lower than a regular meal, but the quality is still pretty good. And there's 3 reasons why I love this app. First of all, the restaurants will reduce their waste because they can sell more leftover stuff, they don't have to dump it away. 2, you'll get excellent quality meals, and also pretty sizable meals. 3, with really good price, and 4, you also save a lot of time because you don't have to cook. So that's an excellent app in my opinion. And how it works, so you basically just create an account right away, it's free, and then you can see what kind of restaurants are offering at the time leftover meals, and you can scroll them freely and you can see what's on the menu. And basically what you just do, once you find your favorite meal, you just click it, you book it and pay it on the app. And once you paid it, you can go and collect it yourself, and boom, you will just show it from the app and tell what you ordered and they will give it to you. But there's no home delivery at the moment, but that's actually completely fine. When I've been using this, for example, after work, like when I'm about to finish the work, I have a look at the ResQ Club app and see if there's any good meals around, and then I just book it. I can get pretty good meal for like 4 to 5 euros, so that's a really good price for like a restaurant meal. On my way home, I'll just go and collect it, then I would get home, I just have it, and I'll save a lot of time and money when I do that. And what I also like about this app, there is this My Impact screen, and you can see how much of an impact you've made on yourself and the nature by saving time, money, and even carbon dioxide wastes. So that's actually pretty good kick-ass stuff. It works in Helsinki and in other cities, and I think it's also expanding to other countries as we speak. I have also a bonus for you. If you use the referral code in the screen and in the description, you will get minus 50% from your first rescued meal, and I also get a small bonus for that. So everybody wins, so make sure to check this app and get some pretty good discounted meals for you. The next app on this list is just simply Google Maps. This probably doesn't need any introduction. We all know Google and Google Maps, but the thing is that Google Maps works actually really well here in Finland. Whether you're looking for restaurants close by, sightseeing, the navigation to that sexy Finnish guys or girls place you're going to have a sexy date with, or just public transportation timetables. For example, every time when I'm looking for public transportation timetables, I use Google Maps because I just like the user interface, and it's so easy to navigate and do stuff with Google Maps. And what's also pretty good with Google Maps, that when you are taking the public transportation, you can actually activate or start the navigation, and when you are, for example, jumping to a train or a tram, it will also tell you when you have to get off. So if you are not aware of the bus stops and the names of the stops, Google Maps will tell you when to get off. So that's actually a very handy feature also for you if you're just traveling here in Helsinki, for instance. It also works in other cities than Helsinki. Make sure to use Google Maps as well. The next app on this list is the public transportation ticket app. That's kind of mouthful, isn't it? But here in Finland, each city has their own app for buying public transportation tickets. I know it's a little bit inconvenient. For example, in Japan, they have one system, the collective system. It's kind of handy, but here in Finland, it doesn't work like that, at least at the time of recording this video. But for example, here in Helsinki, there is this HSL app, and you can really conveniently buy tickets from that with just a few clicks. Once you've set your account and the payment methods and stuff, the ticket will also be in the app. So if there's a ticket inspection, you can just show it from the app. So it's actually very handy to do this, because otherwise you would have to buy these paper tickets from the machines, or get this like physical card which you can top up and stuff. But the app is by far the most easiest and most practical way to get the tickets. Here in Helsinki it's HSL, in Tampere it's Nysse, and in Turku there's some other app. So make sure to watch the app in your city in Finland. This next one is actually quite interesting. It's MeetFrank. And this MeetFrank is actually a recruiting app from Estonia. And it's actually a very easy and modern way to look for interesting jobs and also apply to them. And here's how it works. You first just create an account by answering some easy questions regarding your current job, your background, your education, your salary level, and so on. And then based on this, it will tailor you interesting jobs here in Finland and in other countries as well. So you have this feed and you can scroll these different job opportunities here. For example, here you can see an example from my feed. And the thing is that if you find an interesting job opportunity, you can click it, you can read more about it, and you can also apply directly that job via this app. And it's actually made very easy because the recruiter has just placed a few easy to answer questions. So you don't actually have to create any CVs or cover letters, because by just answering these questions, you can make the application. And once you've done that, they can reply back to you via this app if they thought that you might be a good candidate, and then you can set up for a phone call or an interview time and so on. I've used this myself. I actually landed an interview and eventually got a job offer from this company, but I didn't end up taking it. But that means that it just works, so make sure to check out MeetFrank. It's completely free to use and it's just so practical and modern. So make sure to check MeetFrank. The next app on the list is Wolt. And Wolt is the Finnish equivalent to Uber Eats. So if you've been using Uber Eats, it's basically a food ordering app. So we had ResQ Club a moment ago. It's a similar fashion. Restaurants can join there and people can order food, but it's just like the regular food, and they will also deliver it to your home if you want to do that. So how it works, again, you just create a free account, set up your payment methods and stuff, and then you can start scrolling different restaurants in your area. And once you find an interesting restaurant, you can scroll their menu, you can place the order, you can put like some extra drinks or special toppings and whatever, and then you just select if you want it to be delivered to your home, or you want to pick it yourself, or you want to eat it at the restaurant. And once you bought it, you will also get these real-time notifications once your order is progressing from being prepared, being delivered, and so on. So it's actually very transparent and easy way to tell when your order is coming. I use it occasionally because I don't often go out to eat myself, because it's a little bit expensive here in Finland. But sometimes if there's something to celebrate about, or we are hanging out with my friends in some place and we just want to order food home, then we might do it. And have also one more bonus for you. If you use the code in the description, you will get 3 free basic deliveries. So if you feel lazy on that Saturday night, you still want to eat something good, you can just check Wolt, use my code, and get free delivery from Aleksi himself. Offered by Aleksi himself. And it would be cool if I could bring the food to your place, but I think that's maybe, maybe some other time. I still recommend to check out Wolt to get some good food to your home. The next app on the list is Yango. And Yango is actually a combination of Yandex from Russia and Uber. So basically it's just a Uber equivalent operated here in Finland and in some other countries as well. So if you ever used Uber, Yango works exactly the same. So it's this ride-hailing app. But the thing is that I've told you probably before that taxis are kind of expensive, but Yango actually provides some pretty good priced rides. And I personally don't ride taxis that often, but sometimes if I'm with 3 of my friends or my girlfriend and we have to travel a little bit further, or it's a little bit complicated to go there with public transportation, we might check how much it's with Yango, and considering that you can just split the costs with your crew, then actually it will become quite price reasonable trip. So how it works, it's just like Uber. You just create your account, set up your payment methods, then you can just tell where you want to go. You can see the price beforehand, before you actually purchase, so you can tell how much or how less it costs, and then you can just book it. You can see when the taxi will come, they will pick it up to you, they will take to your place, and the payment will be immediately like done via the app. So it's actually super simple stuff. So for example, when you might want to use this, like I said, if you're traveling with 3 or 4 friends, or for example if you're flying to Helsinki-Vantaa airport and you want to easily get to your accommodation with your luggage and stuff, then for example Yango might be quite reasonable option there. At the moment it only works in Helsinki areas as far as I know. But I have another bonus for you. If you use the code in the description, you can get €7 discount off from your first ride, and when you do, I will also get some discounts for my next ride. So everybody wins again. So if you wanna use taxi in Finland, consider Yango and make sure to utilize the bonus to get a little bit discount from your next ride. First ride actually. This next app is probably one of the most amazing ones on this list, and that's CityShoppari. Shit. This CityShoppari is basically a collection of different discount vouchers and coupons to lots of different businesses here in Finland. Includes restaurants, beauty shops, coffee shops, nightclubs, even cruises. Let's take a few examples here. For example, there is this Step Up dance school. They offer this like 5-time like a ticket, minus 20%. So if you want to take some dance classes, that might be up for you. Nissen is this sunglass store. They offer sunglasses with strength, so you know, like with the accuracy, I don't know what you call it in English, minus 30%. Or if you go to Robert's Coffee, you get 2 cappuccinos for the price of 1, and more. So there's so many different discounts, and what I personally like to use are the restaurant ones, because you can get, for example, 2 meals for the price of 1, or for example, there's a restaurant where you can get 25% off from the bill of 4 people altogether. So if I want to go with my friends, I can just use it and everyone gets minus 25% off. So that's actually pretty good. And I mean, there's so many good discounts for you. The only problems with this app is that the vouchers themselves are in Finnish only, so you have to do a little bit translation, but I think you'll be fine. You can just use Google Translate. That's actually quite easy to do. And to get access to all of these coupons in CityShoppari, you have to only pay €10 a year, and you get access to all of those immediately. So so for example, now it's 2020, 2021, they will roll out new coupons and you have to pay the €10 again. But even if you just use 1 coupon, you have already earned the money back. And there's so many good discounts ranging from food, clothes, bars and so on. So I strongly recommend to get this app. It's also a good way to save some money. This next app is actually a little bit more official, and that is the Suomi.fi app. So let me read just directly from this, because this is a little bit more official one. So the Suomi.fi web service, after identification, you can communicate with the authorities, grant requests, mandates, check your registered data on you. The Suomi.fi mobile application can be downloaded on a mobile phone or tablet, and enables you to receive decisions, notifications and other important official messages directly to your mobile device. For example, here you can see that I've got lots of messages from the tax administration, because you know, I'm not paying enough taxes. Nah, just kidding, I do pay my taxes. But why I get these messages? Because I get my pay slips from my employer through this service, because my employer has decided to use this, and it's actually quite handy. When my new payslip is available, I will get a push notification, I can read it. And for example, another one what I've got is the tax decision from the tax office. So yearly I get the tax decision, which tells that if I have to pay any after tax or if I get a tax refund. So this might be useful to you. I don't know, it kind of depends on person to person, but I think it's good, because if, for example, the tax office wants to some additional info, I will get immediately notified. So that makes it quite handy. Make sure to check out Suomi.fi mobile app. And this next one is actually quite interesting again. It's Fonecta Caller. And this Fonecta Caller, according to their website, is actually one of the most downloaded apps here in Finland. And the idea of this Fonecta Caller is that you can look up, for example, phone numbers, companies, services, and so on. Even register plates of the cars and the owners of them. So for example, if you know a person and you want to know their phone number, you can use Fonecta Caller to check if they have their phone numbers listed as a public number. But the most useful feature Fonecta Caller offers is the feature that you can look up if you get a phone call from an unknown number. For example, on Android, I'm not sure if it works on iOS, but if I get a call to my personal phone from a number I don't recognize, the Fonecta Caller will give like a pop-up and it will tell right away who is the owner of that phone number if the owner's information is publicly available through this service. Or if I had got the phone call, I was somewhere else, I didn't manage to pick up my phone, I see, okay, this number called me, who is this, who is the owner, then I can just use Fonecta Caller to look it up. So that makes things quite handy. Creating an account to the Fonecta Caller costs 25 cents one time, and then it's completely free after that, at least at the time of recording this video. And it's easily worth the money because you can just create the account, and if you get these phone numbers or calls from people you don't know, then you can just use this to look them up easily. And like I said, I've done a video about how to use the public transportation here in Finland like a pro. I made a playlist for you. Make sure to watch it here and make sure to subscribe to get more Finland related videos in the future. I'll see you next time. Moi moi!